The reason I want the cambered bar is I want to take the upper back out and put more on the torso. So if you use the camber bar, your hands need to be low, reverse. All it's going to do is to try to stop the swing a little bit. Not here, not here, right? Because once you get it out, here, then it's belly, right? Belly, flex, and then down, so it's torso. As soon as my abs hit my hip flexors, I'm coming back up. It's not a forward good morning, right? Think of it almost like an RDL. Toes are down, feet are rooted. Not moving, just like the squat. Rooted. Stance? No. Kind of like a close, medium close stance right here. Because you're gonna go down, you're still gonna wanna work the hamstrings here, but I'm more worried about this, to see this here, to that, flex, braced, down, as soon as it, boom, as soon as it taps, come up. So obviously, somebody with a thicker waist is gonna come up sooner than somebody without. But if somebody's thinner and they're pushing back, this is still going to hit, the hip flexor. So as soon as you feel this crease here, and if there's a belt as a cue as well, that's when you come back up. Because what we don't want is that. All we're trying to do is to get this braced, tight, down, 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 up. And probably triples, for now, because they're not going to be able to maintain it. Yeah. The thing is to maintain this tightness, right? So by eliminating this, the only thing you can really think about is this, and then the hamstrings, and making sure the foot stays flat. This isn't for hamstrings to where you want to really sit back. So go ahead and, anybody, it doesn't matter. Now I grabbed it upside down because my shoulder's so jacked I can't grab it like that. So whatever's the most comfortable. But let's get it off of this stem. So get it out here. Yep. Carry the bar a little bit higher. I don't want it to slide down your back. So come back a little bit more. I think you're gonna hit the monolift. Okay. So all this tight, super tight. Okay, now bend over like a good morning. Feet flat. See right there, I already hit. Come up. So go down. Push your stomach into this. Now up. Good. So here, tight. Go. Up. You see? Here. See, that's loose now. You got to keep that tight. Up. So yes, you're feeling it in the hamstrings, but this is what we're trying to focus on, right? You can put it in for glutes and hamstrings, but that's not what we want to do.
Should we work up any percentage of the squat, or just if you work up in triples?
It's tension. Right now it's just tension, right? Because it's
what you can handle for a good 3 reps.
If that, because it's the tension that we're looking at. So let's say let's say he's going to use 315 pounds or some shit. Right, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4 seconds just getting set, right? Then it's 5, 6, 7, 8. At what point does that time exceed what a triple in the squat would be? It's the tension. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it takes a little longer for somebody to get set, and then there's only a single for them. So on this, because we're talking tension and isometric strength.
Keep that in between 10 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're thinking time, but you gotta be careful when you program time because you see what happens with the planks.
Right, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and so. You got too much in the hamstring. Here, yeah, get this. All right. Up. Up. Good. You see how there's where the tension is, right? Okay. Now, teach her.
And
Becca.
I feel it, of course, because I can't get any first move right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where should the bar be on their back with the camber bar in the hands, like normal squat bar position?
Where do you think it should be? What are we working on?
Tightness, everything back into the lats.
What are we working
In
on?
the stomach. Yeah.
Okay, so where should the bar be?
As far up as we can get it.
You're thinking too much, right? You think like a meathead.
Okay.
We're trying to work the torso,
Yeah.
right? Wherever it's easiest for her to feel the torso.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
That's very
Got
good.
it.
Yeah.
Upper back would be a different conversation.
Got it.
Okay?
So I actually don't understand what I'm doing here
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
Like, am I supposed to press it out?
Yeah, just like.
Remember when we were on the floor
Yeah.
and you push on the stomach, then flex it,
Okay.
right? So
Get a little higher on the. There you go. Good. Pull it through here. Drive your elbows down more. There you go. Good. Push in. Good. There you go.
she's squatting
Back.
too much.
Squatting too much. Stand up. Hips back more. Keep your legs straighter. Bend over more, 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 more. Go. More. Go. More. More. Good. Try to get down to more. Keep your legs straighter.
Step to the side.
Yeah.
Step to the side. Watch what she's doing. Okay, do it another one.
She's sitting way too far back on her.
She's squatting too much.
She's squatting too much.
Yeah, okay, so come back now. Get her to do what get her to do a good morning.
Keep the feet straighted more.
We don't need range of motion.
There you go.
No, it's not right. It's this. It's this. It's this. Right. So
Hips high, bend over.
I can go a whole other direction too, though, and say
Not
just
trained.
Good.
yes. Well, if I could say, look, it would be great if you guys could just use a bow bar or buffalo bar and use damn near your squat weight and just do, what I would call arch back good mornings. Same thing. It's all about tension, but I'll guarantee you're going to fuck those way up, right? This is
For now.
for now. Yes. Yes.
But the goal is not low back, it's not hamstring.
No, it's well, the low back, yes, because it's part of the torso.
Because this bar is going to try to fold you. Yes, it is. So this is the weakest part of between your rib cage and your pelvis.
Yeah.
If you go, like if I brace, if I stand
What's that?
and brace,
It's supposed to hurt like my back.
and hold my brace.
Well, if your back hurts, then there's a different issue to where then we'll go with sandbag
And do it
here and just the same thing. Yes, because you don't want that. I mean,
Yeah, this.
yeah, so that's just pivoting off, but you understand what the movement is. It's a good morning targeted towards the torso. You want to avoid this, right? Because that's all upper back, right? And yes, you have upper back strength we have to develop with other things, but what's happening is the torso's loose, which is pitching you guys forward.
Right.
Then your upper back is trying to correct from that, but the upper back isn't strong enough to correct from that either, right? So we can do a lot of upper back stuff because say that's what the weak point is, but that's not where the weak point started.
link it together.
Yes, so it's got to be both. Where this has to be somehow or another, the torso stuff has to become weighted, because if you do all this stuff that's on the floor, you can increase the tension, you can put weight on the and all that, but it's got to be weighted in a way that's going to relate to a squat and a deadlift. So the good morning works, or holding something works. The pull down abs work because you're on your feet. The hanging leg raises kind of work because you're in a way, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not grounded on the floor. Because when you start to get grounded, so you're there, and even on a side plank, whatever it is, you still have grounding. Right here, the grounding is your feet. You don't have a side, you don't have an elbow.
Right.
This is, because this is going to end up becoming the issue too. It's going to start becoming hips pivoting too far forward, not being able to get tight enough to start the knees out. The weight gets heavier, right? It's not going to be as easy for you to do this, right? Yeah. Because it's a lot of weight, like shit. It needs to just end up there because this can support it. Right now, all the weights, just think of all the weights going straight through, and here, where we can stop some of that load by being more rigid there. Okay, teach somebody else.